Annotate is the new tool in Blender to make quick notes on the 3D viewport and also in other 2D editors. But remember, rule of thumb, use Annotate just for notes and use the new grease pencil object for more complex things like animation or storyboarding. The Annotate tool can be found at the bottom of the new Blender 2.8 toolbar. To start a freehand note, you just need to select Annotate and start drawing with the left mouse button or with your tablet's pen. You can control the placement of the note strokes in the 3D space from the top bar. The options are 3D cursor, view, and surface. 3D cursor draws the strokes based on the location of the 3D cursor and the orientation of the current view. For example, if you start drawing in the top view, the strokes will be placed on the XY plane. With View option, the stroke remains always locked to the screen space view. And with Surface, the strokes are projected on the mesh surfaces. If the line finds a surface in its path, it's going to stick to it. Annotate is for freehand notes, but you have other subtools to make your notes. To make straight lines, select Annotate Line tool. Start your line and hold left mouse button or drag your pen to move the line end to the desired final position. To make polygons, select Annotate Polygon and click to create connected points. To erase, select the Annotate Eraser and hold your left mouse button or pen tip over the stroke segment you want to erase. The eraser radius can be tweaked on the top bar using the minus or plus key on the numpad or with the mouse wheel. Without changing the active tool, you can use left and right mouse buttons while holding the D key to draw or erase strokes. To manage your layers notes, you can use the handy pop-over on the top bar or use the annotation panel on the sidebar. You can open it using the View menu or pressing the N key. Note layers can be added or deleted with the plus or minus buttons. You can easily change the name, color, or thickness of the note layers to describe their purpose. For example, you can have note layers for different team members that work on a project, or group your notes by different subjects. To control layer visibility in the viewport, toggle on off the screen icon on the list. But if you want to hide all your notes at once, you can use Annotation checkbox in Overlays. Sometimes it's useful to have different notes at different frames, for example to make feedback notes in animations. To work with keyframe, you must open the Dopsheet editor and change the context to Grease Pencil, because under the hood Annotate tool uses the Grease Pencil engine. Every time you make a note, a keyframe is added on the current frame. Other times, what you really want is to have a note layer that remains unchanged over time, for example to mark a path to follow in an animation. To lock your note on the current frame, use the Lock Frame button on the Notes panel. This way, no matter in which frame you are drawing, your strokes always will be on the frame locked. Finally, keep in mind that unlike Grease Pencil, the Annotate tool can be used not only in the 3D viewport but in other 2D editors such as the image or shader editors.